as you know, Logan has everything.
Right.
The kid's got everything in the entire world. He's got the cars, the house, the girls, everything, right?
Yeah.
And if he can't afford it,
he's gonna get it. Yeah.
Right? And so he had been talking on like podcasts and stuff. He'd been talking to me in person on the vlogs, everything about this mantis shrimp for the longest time. It's his favorite animal in the whole world. It's got the fastest strike. It's got the hardest strike, and it's ridiculous. The fastest like animal in like the animal kingdom or some shit like that.
And it's colorful.
And it's super colorful.
Okay.
And so he's always talking about this mantis shrimp. And so we didn't know what to get him for his birthday. And our roommate Mac had this idea, yo, let's get him a mantis shrimp. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, damn, yo, he's gonna fucking love that shit. He's gonna be so excited about it. And so I started hyping it up on the podcast. And this was problem number one.
Okay. Too much hype.
Setting unrealistic expectations. I really did. I wasn't doing it, for any other reason besides I really thought this kid was going to get absolutely amped about the mantis shrimp. I was like, it's his favorite animal in the entire world. He's going to love it. And so it's a couple days before his birthday, and we get a call from the animal people, and they're like, yo, bad news, man. The ports are all closed. We're in the middle of a global pandemic. We can't get you the colorful mantis shrimp. We're not going to be able to get it for you. And so I'm like, fuck.
The regular one, though.
All right, just get the regular one. So we get the regular one. It's this brown ass fucking little mantis shrimp.
Ooh.
And his birthday rolls around, and we give it to him. I'm filming it. He's filming it. And at first, he's super excited. I take the blindfold off, everything. And,
but you got like a cage. You got a ton of shit for this, right?
yeah. So it was like a $1,200 like tank. Like you had to have all this installation, all this shit done just to house this mantis shrimp because it strikes so hard. It strikes really hard, so you have to get really thick glass.
It could break the glass.
It could break the glass.
Holy shit.
And so we do all this shit, and we give it to him, and at first he's acting really excited, but then as the day goes on, I start to realize that he's not as pumped about it as originally was.
Wait. As the day goes on? I mean,
yeah. So dinner comes along, and I got Lana with me, and we're sitting at dinner with a group of people, and Jake's there, and everybody's at the dinner table, and out of nowhere, he points the camera at me, and he's like, yo, man, you got me this fucking shit-ass mantis shrimp. And I thought it was a prank. I was like, yeah, because at first, because the way I was raised and the way I was brought up was, if someone gives you a gift, even if it's a pile of dog shit in a bag, you're like, yo, thank you so much for that gift. Even if you fucking hate it. That's the way I was raised. If somebody gives you a handgun and it's pointed at you and they're like, yo, the only person that could shoot is you, you're just like, yo, thank you so much for that, man. That was really fucking... Like, you just say thank you and you walk away.
Well, it's because gifts aren't mandatory.
They're not. And so, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. But here's another learning I got out of this, besides set realistic expectations.
Right.
Don't expect other people to always act the way you do.
That's huge.
Massive. It's been a massive learning for me. And so, like, just because I was raised, and by the way, pretty much everybody was raised that way. If somebody gives you a gift, even if you hate it. My mom gave me socks. Hanes socks.
Every Christmas.
Every fucking year.
Shit.
I hated her. I hated her for it. Mom, I don't want no more fucking Hanes socks. I hate Hanes socks. But every time I got them, I said, Mom, I love you. Thank you for the Hanes socks. Even though I fucking hated them. And so a part of me thought it was a prank and he was just trying to make like a bit of content out of it. And so I played along with it at first, but as the night went on and the cameras turned off, I went up to him and I said, yo, please tell me this is a prank. Like, please tell me that, like, we didn't put, cause
this is off camera.
Yeah. Another part of it that's important is that, like, the whole group put in money to it. Like the rest of the employees, like a bunch of people. And he directed the I don't like the gift at just me. And that was fine. And that was fine. But I started to feel bad for the other people that were involved in the equation. And so once the cameras went off, we got in this fight, in this argument, and I said a bunch of fucked up shit. And I got really angry and I lost my cool. And
what made you the maddest though? Like, what made you feel like you?
There's a lot of factors. Like, some of it I'll talk about on the show, and some of it I won't. But I don't know. I guess, like, I just felt like dismissed a little bit, and I really had hope that he was truly going to enjoy the present. And so, and by the way, also, like, commissioned like a piece of artwork for him.
Which I saw was dope as fuck.
It was dope as fuck from the UK, and he didn't put that in the vlog. And so, like, I was kind of like, I was just kind of upset, and I said a lot of shit that I didn't mean. And we got in a huge fight, and then I ended up, leaving that night, going to Lana's house, and the next day, you know, we kept kind of arguing and going at it, and he was like, yo, why don't you kind of like grab your shit for a couple of days and take off?
Oh, fuck. So
And,
it's stuck around. It's still around.
It's still around.
Yeah.
And it's about a week and a half after. And so like the shrimp, you know, like it's all funny because the shrimp is so stupid. And like,
it's such a
that's
small
big
thing.
And it's such a small thing, but it expanded and really grew into something that was a little bit bigger and a little bit more meaningful than that. And so,
what do you think is the main issue? Because when you first told me the story, I was like, what's really wrong?
I mean, yo, the biggest thing at the end of the day, wow, is that I spilled shit all over myself. The biggest thing at the end of the day is what I said. It's about me expecting things.
People to be the way you might
People
be.
to accept gifts or to be as excited as I am about something. And I truly was excited. I really was. And so, you know, I made a lot of mistakes in it, and it turned into this thing that like I think the internet's like kind of aware of right now. And but deep down, dude, like I love that kid. I really do, dude. I truly love that kid, and what he's done for me over the past couple years is I could never repay that. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, vice versa. And he would sit here and tell you the same thing. Our value is tremendously symbiotic. I joined him at a time when things were the darkest they had ever been. It was just post Tokyo. No one wanted anything. They didn't want shit. They didn't want shit to do with us. And I was there. I was by his side. And I went on every show, every podcast like this. And I said, yo, I love this kid with all my heart. He's changing. He's a good person deep down. I know him. I see it. And I'll fight for the kid forever. And by the way, it's going to be good. Everything's going to be fine. It was just, it was, I think it's like also like a product of like quarantine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we're all a little messy.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, just being around and being in like the same space with someone for so long. Like you said it specifically though, like same friends, like your business relationship, you're also like current working relationship while you guys are still at it. I know you're still working with him and for him, like working together.
I'm wearing a Maverick shirt right now.
Right. But I remember we were actually training the other night when he first told me this story, and like in between the training, he's like working on.
I was massaging copy for his pandemic mask coming out. Yeah.
So you're working on this. So
bro, listen. This is
everything's really close. This whole quarantine thing, I think, makes people a little bit like just on edge. I feel like
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I mean, as far as mine and his relationship goes, like I just don't know that there's anything else like it in the internet space. We live together. We work together. We've been through so much shit together, and